This is my current MIDI / audio setup here. Everything is controlled through this 9-port switch power supply thing. It's a MT32, Roland SC88, Yamaha MU80, and everything goes through this Rolls RM203 stereo line mixer. It's in a kind of a generic six unit rack mount, or a 6-unit rack. I did have everything in a more generic like server type rack thing that I'm using now for networking stuff instead. Anyway, there's this gap here because I had, for a long time, I was planning on getting a rack mount spectrum analyzer type thing. The only one I could find was this. It was like $250, $350 thing that I could only find on eBay, pretty much. And I didn't really want to spend that much. So for a while I was using a bare bones, I don't remember the model number, but I just used to have it sitting on top of everything, and I would use that for visualizer, and that was okay. But a while back I came across this thing. It looked like a clone of whatever the other thing was called. The Fun Generation RTA-31. And I didn't want to get it right away because I wasn't sure how good it was. I was hoping maybe at some point someone would do a review. And then TechMoan posted something pretty recently about it. So then I ordered one, and that's what's going to go in this space here. So anyway, that's the whole point of this video, is I'm going to be installing the RTA-32 in this space here and just trying it out. Also came conveniently with a Euro style plug. Obviously I won't be using it because I don't live in Europe, so since it's got the standard end there, I'll just use one of my many extra power leads that I've got, and a user manual because, you know, in case you need a manual for how something like this works. Let's get it installed. Before I do anything though, we gotta take off these feet because it's going in the rack and there's no room for feet. Set all that stuff to the side in case I want the feet for some reason. I guess you can take a, since I didn't look at that before, we can take a closer look at the back. It's got RCA and XLR inputs and outputs, and it's just got a standard universal input that you can just use any standard power lead that you've got from computers or whatever uses these things. Before I get too far installing it, I'm just going to take my power cable and zip tie it in place so it won't clutter up the whole setup back there and everything going on behind the scenes there. Just put a couple zip ties on this to kind of keep this mess of cable under control to some degree. That should be all right. Moving around back here, this one's going to be plugged into number 7. There we go. Okay. Just going to shoot lead up the front and grab onto it. So now everything's hanging out the front that I need. I'm going to plug these 2 cables I already got hanging out here into the analog input. Obviously, I'm going to plug the power into the power. Left to right. Now I just need 4 of these case screws. Rack screws, rack mount screws, whatever you want to call them. I got all my screws ready. Let's get these on. Also, this is called RT-31. I was calling it RTA-32 before. RTA-31. All right. So now I have it hooked up to number 7 here. Switch number 7 on. Obviously works. If I just leave this on, I can use number 7 as its power switch. Of course, before we get too far, you've got to take care of something. Oh yeah. Okay, now that everything's plugged in, let's give it a test. I guess one of the first things I can do is do a sweep test in BASIC. I mean, that'd be easy enough. This should show on the spectrum analyzer just a sweep from low frequency to high, from 37 hertz to 32,767. Let me turn this up a little bit. It is showing up. Let's adjust this. All right. So let's add that to it so we can tell what frequency it is and we can see if it matches up. Thousand, yeah, they're matching up. And there's a lot of harmonics, but the bass frequency matches that pretty well. It's 5K. Next should be 6,300. Let's see how high it goes. This isn't the best thing in the world, but it works for testing at 10,000. Is that 10? Let's check this dimmer out. It's brighter. Light's really sensitive up here. Anyway, so that appears to be working fine. No. Alright. So let's try. Alright, I'm going to try running Jill the Jungle, which is looks good. Missed it. Sound effects.
I'm thirsty.
I don't think you should drink that. It looks bad for you.
Nonsense.
What the hell did I get in here? Can't get out.